Superheroes. Let's talk about this guy right here, the My Hero. How are we feeling about the leaks?
Number one.
I've barely seen like anything from the leaks. Like I've done a really good job just like
It must be a nice
by
place
it.
on your part of the
I
internet.
know, right?
Like your
No,
part of the
I-
internet must be so nice.
So quiet.
I see some of the leaks come up on my feed.
What are you
And
on?
I just like
You're just on
scroll
Instagram?
past it. I'm on it, yeah, pretty much. Just on
That's
YouTube,
why.
YouTube and Instagram. And YouTube be having spoilers too.
Yeah.
That's like someone has to dedicate a whole video to do it. That you have to choose
you
you
to
have to
watch
choose
it.
the video, but sometimes in
They
the thumbnail.
post, or they'll
Hmm.
just like post too. Be like, "What'd you guys think of the spoilers about this?" And that?"
Okay.
I just like with my heroes, like for that specifically, I don't care.
Okay.
Like I can not in a way where like I what are the leaks? What are the leaks? No, I can wait.
Okay.
Like I'm gonna read
You're
it.
not
as soon
fiending.
as-
You're not
Yeah,
like
yeah,
thirsty.
yeah.
You're like
Yeah.
this shit just ended.
Yeah.
Like I'm good. I can wait.
yeah.
So I knew like they were eventually going to come out with like more chapters after. Like that's what Haikyuu did and all that kinds of stuff. It's like once the author has time, they
I thought
can.
it was very soon though.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, it was
I don't
good.
think so. Seems
Alright.
really because like think about like how quickly we had like a Naruto like Boruto movie.
the last movie, yeah, that was like
It was
a
very
few months.
It was damn near
afterwards.
like, and that's essentially and that's canon. You know what I mean? That was written by him. So like, it's not uncommon. Now the word chapters I don't like to use because like an epilogue, an extra bonus
Mhm.
chapter.
Yeah.
Like when I hear chapters, sometimes it's like, well,
It's a bonus.
Don't expect them to release like another 10
No.
chapters about it. You know what I mean?
No.
You're hitting the string too much.
Oops, sorry.
Continue.
Oh, but yeah. So I thought you were going to say more about it. But yeah, so there's been a lot of controversy on the leaks and stuff. Lots of. It's just really funny. So the new generation has not grown up with like the disappointment. I know they're so privileged, like to
New
use like
generation.
yeah, you really
How
thought
do you know they're kids?
I don't-
they're
They could
definitely
be our
like,
peers.
oh no.
Well,
If
you-
they're old enough to know, they would have seen war already.
Most people who are, I think, My Hero fans are part of the new generation of anime fans, I think. Just because
Yeah.
it is a new generation series, and a lot of that was people's like
First
people who were
animes.
kids, like their first animes, or sometimes may have been their
After
first.
these 10 years.
Yeah, so at this point, the people who were like 10 back then are 20 now. Or the
That's
people who was-
crazy to
the people
think
who
of.
was like 15 when, well, at least let's just say when the anime came out, not the manga, right? When the anime came out, it was 2015.
Oh my god.
When the manga came out?
The anime.
anime.
I
Oh,
didn't
the
say
anime? No, I think it was 2017.
2017? Okay.
Wow.
So if the anime came out, I don't know.
No, I
about
think it was
2017.
no,
I
it
think
was earlier.
2016 maybe.
Yeah, 2016, I think.
Because it came out the same time as One Punch Man, right?
I know I was still in,
2016.
I was still in college,
2016.
yeah.
So we're talking 8 years ago. So like even if somebody's 25 right now, that person was 17 when they started watching My Hero
Mhm.
Academia. Yeah, these fucking kids is fucking weird. What can I tell you? Like,
Anyways,
listen.
So the big drama is that people thought that Deku and Bakugo were really going to end up together. And I'm like, really? You would have thought.
I love how you like cut me off to like add on to the point. It's like these
Because-
kids are fucking weird.
No, it's just, you got to know, like as a person that ships like a lot of things, you got to know, like Endgame is always going to be Uraraka and Deku. Like that's just how it is. That's how
So
these
is that
don't-
confirmed?
you- I don't remember them bringing that up once in the whole story that they would be together. What do you mean? What do you mean? They never hinted that they had a crush on each other once. I never saw it.
Mm-hmm.
Never saw it. They didn't have each other's keychain. Never saw it. Never saw
Wild.
it.
But yeah, so I don't know. It's just wild. I think going through enough fandoms, like, you always hope a little bit, but like, it's not going to happen. And so unfortunately, a lot of people got really upset. They didn't even kiss. According to the leaks, like Ochako and Deku just kind of like dapped each other up, like, hey, we're going to reconnect.
Stop. They dap each other up.
Kind of. I didn't
Yeah.
even fully read it, but they
No,
just
that's
kind of,
friend zone.
they end in a little, no, they're blushy.
Please don't add to it, bro. Don't say that. Please. Don't add to it.
Yeah.
They are fucking together.
Yes.
That because what happens is like they have like a exchange. Also, I guess we should have said spoiler warning for all the stuff for people who don't want to know.
Because we haven't fully read the thing, but from the spoilers that we're seeing a lot
Yeah.
of the adults, all the kids as adults, they're all 25. Who's a pro hero? What's this, and that. They did release the hero ranking from 1 to 25, something like that, of
Yeah.
the top heroes, which was very interesting. And we're not going to spoil that. I did hear a lot of controversy on where Bakugo is on the list.
I mean, it's funny.
It's hilarious.
It's hilarious. Like where else logically would, if that person existed in this real world, yes, they would be they would be there too. Like a person who's that fucking his personality in real life. Like y'all like it because it's an anime character. If he was a real person,
if he was a dick,
if he was a real person, like if Danny had Bakugo's personality, we would have to kick him off mad longer. Mad longer. You know what I mean? So if it was real life, you know what I mean? So why would he be in a great place?
Yeah.
I need to ask you, because as somebody who, is a way bigger My Hero Academia fan, and you also like view anime a lot differently than the way me and Danny do. Do you think that some of these My Hero fans really are kind of weird? Like, as a My Hero fan? Because I, as somebody who's been into anime for a long time, especially shonen, and I know what to expect from shonen of all things, like you're not expecting good love. Like anybody with common sense could tell you good love, good romance. You know what I mean? Don't expect any of that. That's gonna be the most basic part of a shonen. You know what I mean? Dandadan is the only thing that I've ever seen that was in shonen to subvert, at least that I know of. You know what I mean? I haven't seen everything, and like I said, I do watch romance stuff, so like I don't have an issue with it. But it's like watching My Hero and knowing that already and knowing what it is. How do we get to this point?
I just think it's a very big case of like history repeats itself kind of thing. Because when you I think it's different now that we have the internet. Because growing up, you have your ships, you have everything, but you share them in spaces. Like back in the day, we had fanfiction.net, we had Wattpad, we had all this other stuff. So you had the ability to share these things. And then eventually we had them on Tumblr and things. But you didn't have the same capabilities as you could on the internet that we have, that where you share it more, you share fan cams, you share, fan art more, like to that level that people really get, super attached to their characters and these ships, and they really think it's going to happen. And what's crazy is they don't understand the level of ability that there is to reach these people. Like, there should not be people harassing the author. Like, why are you hitting up Horikoshi, like, screaming at him?
Why are 10,000 of you unfollowing bro
and blocking him just because your ship wasn't real? Like, be serious. But you know who did come out? Kiribaku.
Oh, God. Anyway, how do we get here? Like, how do we get here though? Like, in regards to just this massive backlash for a series that I think still has a great ending.
Oh yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
And like this of all things, because like the connotation that goes with the My Hero fan base. You know what I mean? So how do somebody who's really in that fan base, who's part of it, and you may not be, you may not view the series and take it that far with the fanfic put. How do you compartmentalize that being part of the same fan base? Because I feel the same way sometimes with One Piece fans, when it's like the ones who are super arrogant and things like that. So I have my own thoughts on those. I guess I want to know like your thought on people who take it this far in regards to the shipping thing, because making it ruin the whole story for you seems ridiculous to me.
It's very weird. I think it's just people that are very selfish minded that like me, I am a multi-shipper. Like if you show me a ship of any characters, like not pro shipping, don't come at me with that. But like
I don't even know what that means.
Pro shipping is like if someone were to say like I forget exactly where the term comes from, but say if someone wanted to ship like Eri with like Aizawa, like really weird like pedo stuff and like things like that, I don't know why they call it pro shipping, but it's like so you believe
at the pro level is
it's really weird. I don't know. So like for example, someone I think said that to the voice actor of Deku. They were like, "Oh, what's your favorite ship?" And he was like, "Oh, it's whatever. I can ship any. Like you guys can ship everything. Like I don't have a favorite." And so someone's like, "So you would believe in Eri and like Aizawa?" And he's like, "Whoa. I mean, we're not about like you can't do that kind of stuff." Yeah, it's very weird things. So I, a reasonable ship. Yes, if you come out and show me a reasonable ship, I'd be like, yeah. Show me a good story. Show me some good fan art. Go ahead, like believe what you believe. But everyone has their favorites, But I think when people get so into their mind that they're like, no, my ship is the best. This is why. This is the evidence. And you have to believe this too. Like when they get so selfish about it, that's when things go bad.
Yeah, because I always wonder, like, how do we get to the point where like these people believe that this was canon part of the story? I understand doing the ship thing, right? Like do your thing, have your fun, like it's harmless fun, do whatever. Like I don't care how you view the series, but like it seems like it's somehow seeped into like ruining or and I know people reading comprehension is horrible these days, but like, okay, you completely altered the story now to your fanfic liking, and you're speaking of it as truth. I'm just amazed. Like I haven't seen this for any other fan base. You know what I mean? In anime, it's just in my experience. So I'm genuinely
to be fair,
how we got here.
You weren't there for the Voltron. There was like the Voltron fandom was a lot like that, and there was a lot of same controversy. Do you guys know any of the characters in Voltron?
Nope.
I mean,
I know of
them.
Voltron. I don't.
But I was speaking more towards anime specifically and anime.
Well, this is still animated. It's just similar in the sense of like I haven't seen like a big outburst and outroar of ships until like that one, especially for the ending. Just because this was one of the ones where instead of picture Ochako, people are shipping let's say Kirishima, Bakugo, and Deku. So there's either Bakudeku or Kiribaku. And people are super upset because instead Bakugo goes and marries a complete random stranger. And Deku goes to get with Uraraka, but then she dies. Like something like that. Like a terrible ending, really weird ships, and everybody's upset.
Okay.
Like something like that. That amount of outroar is kind of like what happened there. I haven't seen this since then. But I feel like in this context of My Hero, it really doesn't make much sense because there was always the underlying of like Ochako and Deku were always gonna get together. I don't know. It leads up to it, like high school crush. You never got together, but like, hey, we're starting to reconnect, and like maybe you don't want to try it this time. We're adults now.
Yeah, because like I understand like enjoying a series. It's more just like why y'all crashing? Like why y'all crashing out about this? Y'all should be crashing about plot points. And I guess I mean that's like because like even when we like said like even though fine, like I think his character still did a great job with the ending.
Yes,
Bakugo should have died, but like I can't tell like if you were saying that jokingly or serious when you were like I dropped the series. Like everybody would drop the series. I'm always like, but based on how people like, can you fault me for thinking that whether or not that was a joke or truth based on how people are acting towards this? You know what I mean? Like, damn, would y'all really drop the whole fucking series?
No, I do
just
believe
because bro said. Then I think that's kind of whack. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I believe a lot of people would have. But I think in this sense, it is weird. Because as I could see, people like, I can see like Bakugo and Deku being taken romantically as well. Like when you turn certain things. But like, it's not hard to like see through. But at the same time, I don't believe people should be so selfish as to think that their way is the only way. And that's how it should have ended.
Yeah.
So that's my only thing. But you know what wasn't shipping? And that was actually correct. Me and Arcane. For while you guys weren't believing me when I said that Victor wasn't with that girl Sky and that, Victor and Jace had their whole thing, I was right in the end.
Yeah, but there was still like some kind of thing going on between Victor and
Sky liked.
I could
Sky
debate you. I could debate you, but I'm not.
Sky had a crush on Victor, but that was it. It wasn't reciprocated.
Yeah, but like
I think Victor was into it. But he was too into his work to care about anything else.
That's why he wasn't into it. You ever watch that meme from the Parks and Rec where she was like,
"Don't be suspicious."
No. She's like, "This is my boyfriend, whatever, and this is his boyfriend, this person, and like me and him hate each other." Like that. That's what that was.
I can neither prove you wrong or right, so it's not gonna. It's just gonna be a conversation talking in circles. All I'm gonna say is that it's okay for two men to also have a platonic friendship, but if you want to ship them, do your thing. Men can be friends too, guys. We can have strong connections.
But that ending.
That's like I said. If you want to ship it, do your thing. I said both. Can't prove you right or wrong. Can't prove me right or wrong. Right? It's a stalemate. I don't care either way. It changes nothing for the story.
True.
It doesn't change the ending for me. I thought it was a great ending. I thought it was dope that they like said their final goodbyes together. How that doesn't even change anything. I can see both.
What did you guys think about the rest of it? Like Arcane in general. I know we've talked about the whole rest of it, but we never talked about the finale.
I think that finale was really good. I have really no quarrels with it. I thought everyone's arc ended in a really good way. Except for like Heimerdinger. That man just like disappeared. But I don't really care.
Sacrifice himself.
He's gonna sacrifice himself. I heard that kind of character, like the species that he is, doesn't actually die though. So I'm curious to see if
Wow.
they'll bring him back at some point.
Well, I know in the game he looks cracked out.
Yeah.
So
Well-
maybe this like not trip, but like when he sacrificed himself, maybe he got sent to another dimension,
That's
or
what
maybe it
Well,
messes
they
with his
say.
bring him
mind.
back to what? Because like this is
There's going to be
no, not for these characters though.
well,
but some of these
here's-
characters are coming back. It's just
Yeah,
not
they said
Jinx.
No,
yeah,
not just that. Just wait, what? What about Jinx?
not Jinx.
Well, we don't know that because you
No, they said
remember-
this is the end for Jinx.
Okay.
I'm pretty certain I heard that this was it for these batch of characters' story, and that they were going to tell a different story within that League of Legends.
They're
They
world.
going to
are.
tell a different story in another. It's
Because
like,
you guys understand how big the lore is, right?
Yes.
but some of the characters interact.
Yes.
Okay.
Like Mel, because she's from Noxus.
Yeah, and
so-
one of the stories is going to be in Noxus. Is going to
Yeah.
take place there. So
Okay.
she
And then
is going to recome.
another one of the cities. So it might not be the next show, but another one of the
Yeah.
cities.
And it probably won't be called Arcane.
No, probably
no,
not.
they'll probably mix it up or something. But
Jinx
same.
goes to this other city and like befriends this one girl, and they're like best friends, and it's like another like major part of the world. So
Mm.
while it may not be the next one, because did you guys see the theory that like Jinx survived that?
oh, absolutely,
she was
definitely
on
survived.
that blimp that
blimp.
like
Yeah.
went away.
Oh, absolutely, I believe
I'd be
that
happier
she's.
if she died, but whatever. Do you
Nah,
think?
I definitely believe that she's still alive.
Yeah, I believe she's still alive, but I think it would have. It's. I'm a fan of just having a great character arc and just putting a cherry on it and just leaving it alone. But
I mean, it still got that cherry on it. A lot of other people died.
I believe
Yo.
that. But I said Jinx
Can't-
character arc specifically, not the story.
Maddie.
Yo, I was gonna bring it up.
Bitch.
Maddie.
Yo, the one that Caitlyn was
redhead?
sleeping with, the one that did the
Oh, I didn't see-
switcheroo.
Even though it was so obvious that she would sus.
I didn't.
It- when
think
it went-
so.
Oh yeah,
I
no,
thought she
'cause-
was just a simp.
Yeah, I thought she was.
Nah,
a
what's her
simp.
name? Immediately, like she
She clocked
When
it.
Mbessa was like, you know, you
Mbessa-
really shouldn't mix professional.